man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx from Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Oh, nice man in boxing. Nice man in boxing. Landon Flair Cobbs. Shout out to Goodfellow Sports TV.
Hey, Steven, man, you really believe that stuff? Oh, man, come on. You really believe that stuff you be saying?
All right, man, we back to regular format here, man. Appreciate everybody to bear with me through power outage, man. So keep supporting me. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, all my social media links description. Twitter's the fastest way to Facebook and Instagram. You want to financially support the channel, I appreciate that. Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description, or Cash App and Venmo roll in the bottom of the screen. Usernames in the description. All right, but Usyk calls out Canelo Alvarez. All right, he said he'd come back down to cruiserweight to fight Canelo Alvarez. Okay, so let's talk about it. If you didn't see, Tyson Fury came out this weekend to surprise Bob Arum for his 90th birthday. You know, Usyk was in attendance to support Lomachenko versus Richard Commey. Okay, so he was there to support they're showing the video. Hold on, man. Support, Lomachenko, okay. But yeah, it says Usyk is open to returning to cruiserweight for one-off clash with Canelo Alvarez, despite being almost 40 stones heavier than the Mexican star. All right, so so let's see if we can find the quote. They just gonna keep showing the damn video, ain't they? Hold on, let me back out real quick. Let me find another article, man. Here we go. Better here. Shout out to Eastside Boxing News 24. So says Usyk willing to fight Canelo Alvarez at cruiserweight, okay? See if we can find a quote. He said, Canelo is a handsome man. I don't know where that come from. If he wants to box with me at cruiserweight, then I can go down there. But on condition that I still have my heavyweight belts because I go back there later. Said Usyk to fight hype when asked if he'd be willing to fight Alvarez at cruiserweight. So that's what he said in interview right there. You know Canelo wouldn't knock on that door, right? Canelo not knocking on that door. Too much of a risk. Usyk is all bad for Canelo. If he can make the weight, you know, he's going to try to put a rehydration clause on Canelo. I mean, on Usyk and all of that, but the movement is too great. That's Canelo Alvarez's issue. Usyk is all wrong for him. Forget about the size, the reach real quick. Usyk is just too athletic, too unorthodox. He will beat the living crap out of Canelo Alvarez as long as it's square and fair business, you know. And we know Canelo don't play fair and square business. But when you look at Usyk from a size standpoint, you know, he's 6'3", 70-inch arms, okay? 34 years old. You know, coming down at 34 may be a little bit hard, but he ain't the biggest dude, all right? He probably got to eat to get down to get up to heavyweight. You look at Canelo, you know, he a small dude. You know, he's a small guy, you know. Usyk can have a 7.5 reach advantage, and he has, you know, be 6'3" to 5'8". No way he can lose to Canelo unless it's scripted. And I would expect a stoppage. But then again, we got to see how good Canelo Alvarez, you know, how good, you know, the stipulations with Canelo Alvarez is. But Usyk is 100% all wrong for him. And that's the honest truth. You know, but what is he? 6 inches of height, 7.5 inches of reach, good movement. You know, this just be a tough matchup, man. We know Canelo don't take tough scraps. All right. And if Canelo wanted to fight the best cruiserweight right now, he wouldn't be fighting Makabu Ilangu or Langu Makabu, whatever, he wouldn't be fighting him. If he wanted to fight the best cruiserweight, it's Miris Breedish, and he really beat Usyk in my eyes, but it was a close fight. So, like I said before, if he stay up there, he gonna target guys like Badu Jack. Kovalev could be coming to cruiserweight. He not gonna target the Dr. Toses or the Mike Perez's, who used to be a heavyweight. He not gonna target those guys. He gonna target Badu Jack. Like I said, if he wanted to be the best, and establish that he the best super middleweight, he'd be fighting David Benavidez. So why would he go up and Usyk was asked the question, and the interviewer got to ask the question for, he got to ask the question, and I ain't mad at it, but just to hear his reaction and get views. But if Canelo wanted to fight the best, at cruiserweight it'd be Breedish. If he wanted to fight the best in general, he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade. He was one belt away from undisputed at 60. He didn't fight David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So in my eyes, he ducked the two biggest threats at 60 and 68. If you want to throw Charlo in there, you could throw Charlo in there. So if he wanted to fight the best would be already established. He don't fight the best. At 54, he fought Floyd Mayweather, but Mayweather wasn't a 54-pounder, but he did fight Lara. And the young killers and Jamel, and he supposed to have a fight with Jamel, and they reneged and gave it to James Kirkland. That's why Jamel is no longer with Golden Boy. Want to fight Jamal? No. Want to fight Demetrius Andrade? No. So it's obviously a style that he doesn't want to fight, and that's a style with fluid movement, perpetual movement, athleticism. You know what I'm saying? And all three of them dudes can punch. You know what I'm saying? He dug Sergey Derevchenko. People tend to forget that and drop this IBF. So there's a certain style that he's avoiding. Athleticism and punching power. And Demetrius Andrade is a puncher at 60. Say what you want to say. He dropped damn near every opponent he fought at 60. He's a puncher. Derevchenko had that, style to get in his chest, and he had to work. Canelo don't want to work for nothing. I don't care if he put the blame off on Eddie Reynoso, he put the blame off on whoever. At this point, he feel like, he don't have to work for nothing. And Usyk, that'd be bad news. But then with Usyk, do we bring any money to the table? No. Only way Usyk becomes attractive if they fight at 200 pounds and the heavyweight titles on the line. If they fight like at 201 pounds or he come down with the heavyweight title, that's the only way that'd be a trip. But it'd be bad news for him. It'd be bad news for him. He wouldn't, even if Usyk still was at cruiserweight, he wouldn't knock on that door. He won't knock on Lawrence O'Callaghan's door. He not knocking on Miris Breedish, who just won the World Series Super Series tournament. Come on. We know you can say Floyd hating, and that is what it is. But he don't want to work for nothing. Canelo. He didn't work for nothing in his career, bro. Everything was given to him with a red carpet rollout. Everything was given to him. And that's the honest truth, bro. What did he have to work? As soon as he came to America, he was put on Mayweather undercards. He was on the fast track. His first belt he fought for a catchweight versus Matthew Hatton. So he not getting it. He never got it off the glass. Everything was rolled out for him, just like Oscar De La Hoya. The only difference was Oscar built his name in the amateurs and Canelo built his name in Mexico. But of course, you knock on this door. He not knocking on that door. And I'm not gonna ask him to knock on that door. Even if the heavyweight title's on the line, that'd be the only selling point. Because nobody care about cruiserweight. Canelo going to cruiserweight to get a little vacation. That's it. Canelo going to cruiserweight to get a vacation. And then again, it might be a gift and it might be a curse. It might be a curse. And what I mean by that, like Roy Jones went all the way up to heavyweight and tried to come down, and physically, you can see he wasn't the same person. You can see it. He looked old and, drained. It ain't even just about being, he's just drained. He just looked old. And that happened to Canelo. With or without the juice or without the mac sauce, secret mac sauce. You know, you can't just keep fluctuating. You know, you think about let's say he come in at 185, right? You talking about coming all the way back down. Let's say you come back down to 75, 10 pounds. That's a lot of strain on somebody's body. You know, let's say you go, I mean, I want to do it. We gonna move. We gonna move down 6 pounds to fight at super middleweight. Or I'm gonna go. Come on, either he ready to retire, or you feel really, really comfortable with his plan. Because when you get up there, and how old is Canelo Alvarez? When you get up there at Canelo age, when you get up to Canelo age, your body changes. 31 years old. It's not the same when you're 20. So you can't just be playing with the weight scale. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Usyk would totally obliterate him. We all know that. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media links, subscription. Twitter's the fastest way, and Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next to the bell, comment too. Next to the bell icon, next to the subscribe button is a bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video, which I'm planning right now on going live. So a little bit later today. So yeah, but other than that, man, appreciate the love, support. Take the Box News playlist out.